Hello, Aquarius. It's Rebecca, Empathic Crow. Good to see you again. If you see me before, hello if you're new. So this reading is for the energy of August 2025, but if you're seeing it at a different time and there are messages that resonate with you, then it may be something you need to hear. I know even for myself, I may look back at a message later and I've watched it before when it was first posted by someone, but I connect with it more at a different time. So don't worry about the timing, but the focus for me right now is August 2025. We're coming up on the 8/8 portal if this is before August 8th that you're watching this. If not, we're still in Leo season. And so even with the Reiki video that I sent out to my website subscribers, or I'm about to send out to my website subscribers, but I recorded yesterday, it's not just about manifesting to manifest. It's about being able to really embody and heal that sacral chakra, that solar plexus chakra, to fully step into your confidence, your passion, your creativity, fully being authentic within yourself so that that manifestation is so much more powerful and very helpful to you. So I love doing these messages and getting them across. I'm not always good at saying this, but please like, subscribe, follow, share, because while it's not as important to me, I'll be honest, to get like however many amount of viewers, it is important to me that the messages get where they need to go. So the more that you like, follow, subscribe, and share, the more that those messages go to people who may need them. All right. So before I get to that, let's ground, and then we will see what it is that's coming to you. So thank you again for being here with me, Aquarius. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Allow yourself to feel grounded if you took that breath with me. And I always ask my big four, God, angels, guides, and ancestors, what's the message for Aquarius? Goodness gracious. Card flipping out immediately. Ace of Pentacles. You're building something here that is going to be great. There are some clouds coming in here, so there are some things that feel like they're a setback, but focus on the fact that if you can get grounded and be confident about what you're doing, there's a new beginning. There are things coming through. You are building this and it is going to be beautiful, but it's not going to be easy. We got the clouds in there. We've got some mountains up here. So you may even have felt a little discouraged, but don't feel discouraged. Don't feel discouraged. Let's see what else is coming through. I'm just excited because that definitely is a new beginning coming through for you, Aquarius. So what do you need to focus on in order to be able to manifest that new beginning? Or even just being able to make what you have feel more in alignment with your needs. All right. So it's going to take some patience. We have to find that balance. So like I said, it's not going to necessarily be easy, but man, is it going to be worth it. With the pyramid, or not the pyramid, the triangle at the top of the card, the way that I've been seeing this today is focusing on aspects, ideas, 333 on the clock, things that you may not have thought of before. Kind of like with a pyramid, you may only see the triangle if you see it from a distance. You may only see the triangle, but there's actually different sides. And I thought I had my chakra pyramid up here. That's what I was looking for just now. But I need to organize my desk. I have done several readings and I have stuff all over the desk. That is my fault. So that is something that I need to focus on because I can't see things that are underneath other things. So that may be part of the message for you. It's clearing out some of the clutter, clearing out some of these things from the past that didn't work out the way you wanted them to, or feel like they're a block, and being able to see things more clearly. Yeah, because that was a weird moment. So that was a message for you. It's also about balancing these emotions. And so as I'm seeing this crow pour out of the cup and into the other cup, I'm also seeing a release of some of the emotions that are holding you back. Maybe that doubt, anxiety, feelings that it's not enough, feelings that things didn't work out. We've got the angel wings here and a crown. So leaning into that divine guidance, that may be your higher self and intuition. It can also be whatever your divine is, whether that's source, creator, angels, guides, ancestors, doesn't matter. It's just focusing on that intuition, that alignment, the messages that are coming from all around you. With the King of Cups, like I said, it's going to be getting those emotions under control. So we've got this chaos in the water back here. We've got the moon, which can be, again, those things that aren't seen, the things that we feel like we're blocked from, the things that feel like they create fear because we don't know what to expect. You know, I don't necessarily want to take this path because I don't know what to expect. It might be good. It might not be good. But sometimes you have to just push through and do it anyway. You've got a cup that's filled. In fact, it's got water around it. It's already overflowed. There is abundance for you, but you have to be able to calm those emotions and feel in control in order to make it manifest for you. Because you do have resources around you. There's the sailboat, there's the fish, and this pendant is an orange color. So again, that sacral chakra, leaning into the passions, knowing that you can create the things that you want if you can kind of balance those emotions. Because we also have the 9 of Pentacles here. So with the wolf, focusing on your intuition, even with crows have an amazing sight and intuition. They can kind of look at things from a higher view. So this is where we're illuminating things with that sun that maybe you don't see before. There is a transformation. There is a new beginning, and it does create all this abundance for you. Like we started out with that Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, you can get there. It's just making the choices that help you to be able to see what you need to do. Lotus flowers right here, as we talked about with the clouds and mountains and things like that. It's not always easy. You have to go through the mud. There are things that we have to release from that, but there's so much transformation, so much light, so much abundance. And that sun card, you know, positive things, a new beginning coming. But again, with the wolf and the crow, really focusing on discernment, that intuition, trusting yourself is going to be a big thing, because not trusting yourself is part of what's creating those anxieties, creating that difficulty with balancing your emotions and having the patience. Page of Swords. So with this, I feel like you're starting to kind of move through things and at least formulating how you want to say things, how you want to present, like thinking of how to do things in a way that it feels like it's not such a difficult thing. You're coming out of just being in that emotional chaos and getting more into thinking things through. So that's part of the balance, is balancing that logic and thinking with the emotions. So being able to really be clear on what you want so that you can express it for yourself and to others. If you're not clear on what you want, you can't manifest it. What else? What after that Page of Swords? Aquarius, your cards are kind of sticking together here. Is there anything else from the tarot that we need to focus on for Aquarius? Oh, so these cards have come out except for the 9 of Swords and quite a few readings. So as I said, with the Page of Swords, kind of finding that balance and being able to let go of some of those emotions so you can think more clearly. With the Devil card, again, it's releasing those things that are making it more difficult for you, whether that's emotions, whether that's negative self-talk, people that you feel like are holding you back, judgments from others or yourself, letting it go, understanding that if you try to fight it, like this Eastern Bluebird's pulling against it, it makes it harder for you to get out of this energy. So the Eastern Bluebird is having a harder time getting out of the chain. Whereas if they were just to allow themselves to sit down for a minute, breathe so they can calm themselves down, think it through, feel really grounded, then they would be able to work their way out of the situation. But sometimes we go for what feels comfortable, what, like the devil, whatever it is, and we stay in situations and we stay stuck in thoughts and things like that that are not helpful because of the fear of change. So you've got to release those things that are not serving you. With the 9 of Swords, this is with the moon, that anxiety, the sleepless nights, feeling trapped. The Nine of Swords in the original Rider-Waite Tarot Smith deck, it's the person in bed sitting up with their hands over their head, just like totally ruminating in negative ways and having sleepless nights, not settling. They're in their sympathetic nervous system, which is that survival mode. This is what you've got to let go of. You've got to get out of that energy. You have to release that, because if you don't, you're going to be on this shadow side of the Ace of Pentacles, where it just always feels like it's something that's out of reach. So you've got to let that go. And it may even be people that you need to let go of, because that may be something that's keeping you up at night and making you feel stuck. Now, with the Hierophant card, I always say, remember the key down here, the key is you. You are the one that chooses to make these changes. You are the one that figures out what you need. But sometimes it can help to have guidance, but from people or courses, coaching, therapy, whatever it is that feels right to you. Not somebody telling you what you should do and how to do it, but somebody that helps to guide you so that you lean into what you want in your passions, and they just help you to be able to clarify that a little bit, or know the resources and things that maybe you wouldn't find on your own. But they're not doing it for you. They're just giving you guidance. So look for that. And even with the angel wings, I've said in another reading where this came out, understanding that can be connection with your higher self, divine guidance, angels, God, creator, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, whatever it is for you. Anything else from the tarot? Wheel of Fortune. So understanding that things go up, things come down. The Wheel of Fortune keeps turning. And so this change in fortune is going to happen for you. And understanding that even with the Temperance card, how quickly it happens totally depends on you. You got to have patience. But if you stay stuck in this energy, it may happen, but it's going to take a lot longer. So you get to decide how you do that. Let's pull a card from the Inner Child Oracle. This is Amanda Lynn Aisling. And let's see what aspects of the inner child need to be focused on to make this change. I've said before in my other readings, when it comes to that inner child healing, you may not even feel like you had a bad childhood or that you have significant trauma. However, our coping skills, our thoughts, our self-esteem, things like that are built in childhood. And so anything that has happened, even if it wasn't something that created PTSD, still affects us. So what does Aquarius need to do to get out of this energy, especially of the Nine of Swords? Like, what do they need to do to let go? 38, which breaks down to an 11, which is a master number. You are enough. You do not have to give more. Aquarius, you are enough. You only have so much to give. You can have a big heart and want to do so many things and take care of so many people. You may even see the hurt and pain that others have, and you try to help them. And that's beautiful. But at the same time, if you're not helping yourself, you're not building yourself up, you're not taking time nurturing yourself, it's not going to happen. You're going to run yourself into the ground. It is time to know that you are enough as you are. And you don't have to do all these things that, while you may want to do them, are wearing you down. You don't have to be anything to anyone. Just you being yourself, you embracing your authentic self, helps other people. So 44, which breaks down to an 8, and this is August. We talked about the 8-8 portal. 8 sideways is the infinity symbol. You know the way. Trust your intuition on this journey. You do know the way. You know the way. You may need some support, maybe a little guidance as you go. But as I said before, ultimately, you are the one that creates this for you. Look at those beautiful butterflies. They're in the background. Blue butterflies at that. So speak your truth. Allow yourself to understand that sometimes you may feel alone in this journey. Notice the aspect of both of these images. There's kind of a loneliness, but going into that space where you focus on just yourself and allow yourself that time to do that, which I think I talked about even with the Temperance card, focusing on yourself and your healing is going to be the most helpful, because when you have a lot going on, and sometimes even when we're focusing on saying it to other people who are trying to help and wanting to fix versus just listening, it makes it really hard to figure out what we really need to do. 42, you deserve to be seen. Let yourself be known. Look at that rainbow. Look at the difference between the you are enough and the let yourself be known. So take some time to heal and figure out what you need, and then come out of your shell. Take some time to allow yourself to really dive into, as I said, that solar plexus. What are your anxieties? What do you need to release from there? And that sacral chakra. What is it that is authentic to you? What makes you feel like your whole self, and embrace it, because that is the new beginning. That is where this Ace of Pentacles comes in. You being able to just be yourself authentically, knowing that that is enough. And 9, this is going to be our last card from this deck. Connect to eternity within. Let yourself be held by love. The message, Aquarius, has been you have got to go within. You've got to stop focusing on so many things outside of yourself, because it's taking away. It may be helpful to others, but it's taking away from you. It's depleting your energy and making it harder for you to manifest and have the things that you need that actually could help you to take care of others better. Not better, but more easily, without feeling like you're being drained so much. Sometimes we have to do some self-care, and that's not just sitting in a bathtub or lighting candles. Sometimes it's going out in nature. Sometimes it's writing things down that help us to focus a bit more. Whatever it is for you, it's time to make that change. You got butterflies in several of the cards here, actually, like even the 9 of Pentacles. 23, which breaks down to a 5. Root of fire, risk it all. This may feel really risky, to make a change, to allow yourself to focus on yourself, to allow yourself to let go of these things that, as I said, have not been serving you. But it's the only way to move forward. This, by the way, is the Secrets of the Ancestors deck by Abiola Abrams. I've said her name incorrectly in my last 2 readings for some reason. And such beautiful imagery. But yes, risk it all. Because with that, yes, there's the fire, but fire doesn't have to be scary. It's also passion. And notice the nature and the beautiful flowers that are in this, and the confidence on her face. You may be letting go of the things that you've held on to, that you felt like made it to where it was easier for other people, or other people felt more comfortable around you. But it's time for you to just be you. And the people that don't stay, that's okay. But the people who are the most supportive and really should be in your life, or maybe are coming into your life and help you to feel just more confident and comfortable in your own skin, those are the people to focus on. Is there anything else from this Secrets of the Ancestors deck? Goodness gracious. Ask and you shall receive. And I'm also noticing just the pink around her, that heart chakra. All right, so we have a 6, which is the twins, conscious connection. So that was what I was saying, pulling in people who are in alignment with you, 1919 on the clock, who are in alignment with you, that you feel comfortable with, that you feel like they support, they encourage, or are able to appreciate the things that you want, the things you're creating, the authentic truth and self that you are showing. And we've got a feather and a sun here, divine guidance, and that sun being able to bring in that passion, confidence, new beginnings, that Leo energy. 29, which breaks down to an 11, that's a master number there. Creature of water, creative expression. Aquarius, you've got to allow yourself to be creative. You got to think outside of the box, getting rid of those judgments, letting them go, being your authentic self, allowing yourself to shine. Yes. Last card for the patriarch, unapologetic. Being you unapologetically, standing in your power. Don't give it away. Keep it for yourself. You've got this, Aquarius. I am so excited for you and the things that you are manifesting and that are going to come to you. Again, please like, share, subscribe. Definitely leave comments. I love to hear if people feel like it's in alignment with them. If there's something that resonated with you, let me know. That just lights me up. That's what I do this for. And if you're interested, you can look at the website, empathiccrow1111.com. There are offerings on that page. Like I said, blogs, the Reiki video for subscribers, things like that that are free. And then also the paid services, the tarot readings, mediumship, energy healing, all of those things. Take care, Aquarius. Thank you for allowing me to hold energy and space for you. I'll see you next month.